Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are good and fine. So today we are going to cover miscellaneous directives. So we are calling those directive to miscellaneous directive because we are not going to use those directives commonly. These are less developer don't use these directives frequently. That's why these are miscellaneous directives. So here first one is undef. So whenever it is opposite of define function. If we define something, so if we write if def, we use if def directive to check if we defined or not. So this is kind of thing. So if we undefined to define a function, after that if we want to remove that define function from our program, so we use undef directives. So like first we are using we define something that suppose we take an example, like if you want to define uh, a program which will execute if the processor is Intel and Platinum. So we defined something called Platinum and Intel, and if our system is running only on Intel, so we can undefine later after defining Platinum. So let's take an example over here to understand it easily. So to create a file, C++ source file. So yeah, so let's define include standard input output. Okay, and let's create our function void main. So let's define something, define boy. Okay, so we already has been defined the functionality of if def and if directives, conditional directives. So here we are going to use those directive if def. Okay, if defined, if boy is defined, then this block will execute. Okay, so our code block is enough to tell you that which block is going to execute by their intelligent feature. So main function. So yeah, so we defined here boy, and if as we can see, if boy is defined, then this block will execute, otherwise it didn't execute, so it wouldn't execute. So this will execute if we execute main function. So let's run this. Yeah, here you can see. So yeah, so this is the previous code for conditional compilation. So how we can use undef here? So let's suppose we want to undefine boy, so undef, and then we have to pass the macro name. So we are defining macro name here, boy. So as you can see, this code has been highlighted, so this block will not execute because boy is not present now, because boy has been undefined. So if we execute this program, so only main function will execute. So yeah, this is the example of undef boy, how you are going to use. So this is not a commonly used a directive, that's why we called it miscellaneous directives. So let's move to the second one. So pragma directive is another type of directives, like if we want to execute a function before the main function, like if you want to execute a function before the actual main function, or uh, uh, and before if you want to execute some function before the exit of the program, so you can assign orders to function, uh, which one would we execute first. So let's take an example. So first include okay, so let's suppose we have function void abc, okay, and sorry, semicolon, and void xyz. So these are the two functions which we are going to use here. So let's suppose first we define the main function, so, void main. Okay, so void main will print, let's add some comments over here. Main function. I am using new line character, otherwise it will add another function, I know. So this is our main function. Let's create one more function. Let's define the abc, okay, and here we add this is our abc function, and similar like this we are declaring xyz function. So xyz, xyz function, okay. So how it will work? So we have to define the function names, the paragraph, and we have two directives. Okay, so we have two option for paragma. First is start, and second one is exit. We have one more, warn. Okay, we will discuss that later after that. Okay, so second one is I think exit. Okay, and then uh, we have to provide the name. Okay, this is startup. Okay, so let's suppose we want to execute ABC first, and sorry, we don't need to pass the parenthesis, and second one would be XYZ. So according to this, we know that if we execute a C program, only the main block will execute first. But here we are passing this pragma, so this ABC function will execute first, then our main will be execute, and then before termination, this program will execute before exit. Okay, so let's run this code. I hope it will work. Okay, it is not working. Exit. I think it should work. I tried. Let's try with int if it works. Return 0. Okay, let's execute it. Cancel it and execute it again. No, it is not. Actually, I think it depends on compiler. Syntax is fine, but I don't know why it is not working. Let's complete this in our next video. If I got any solution, so I will share with you guys. Till then, please comment us below if you find any way to uh, implement this pragma. But for me, yeah, it is not working now. Bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.